How can you be in a permanent state of bliss? How can you experience life's greatest pleasure 24/7, every single day, every single second? It is possible. There is a way, and you don't have to take any pill. You just have to watch this video and subscribe to this channel. No, I'm kidding. So for this, we have to go back to ancient Greek philosophy. This is the kind of stuff that I really like. I love to talk about these things. So in ancient Greek philosophy, we had two major schools of thoughts. The first one, which is the popular one that everyone has been talking about, I would say maybe for the last 10 years, are the Stoics. Okay, this is a bust of Zeno, who was kind of like one of the founders of the Stoic philosophy. And basically the Stoics, as you probably know, they prioritize highest virtues. That's what they seeked above everything else, and sometimes these might come at the cost of sacrifice and suffering. Now, on the other hand, which is what this video is kind of about, you had the Epicureans, which is kind of like the opposite philosophy to the Stoics. They're often described as the YOLO of the ancient civilization. They're the ones that live for today, for tomorrow is not granted. And what they prioritized is basically, we could call it pleasure. There's a better name for it, but I'm going to give it to you later. That's what they were experts on pleasure and living good. Now, what's interesting here is that if they were the experts of pleasure, and you know that ancient civilizations were way smarter than us in a lot of philosophical concepts and ideas and how they viewed life. So what do you think these guys regarded as the ultimate human experience, the best pleasure that you could have as a human being? It was not sex, it was not orgasms, it was not any form of achievement or money or anything to do with your social life. No, what they regarded as the highest pleasure is something that they attained through two elements that they needed. They needed two elements to be in this maximum state of bliss. The first one is something that is called ataraxia. And what ataraxia means is basically mental peace. It is also tranquility, and even more importantly, no fear. So in a way, if you think about it, it is not that they're having a pleasure, but they have absence of pain, psychological pain. And then they had the second thing, which they called aponia, which is kind of like the same concept as ataraxia, but with your physical body. So no physical pain, and also other things, right? Like no hunger, no thirst, no discomfort, basically, when it comes to your physical body. And once they have this, once they have ataraxia and aponia, they can achieve the highest pleasure, which is what they called eudaimonia. And I think this is a very valuable lesson that I have also experienced with my own life, because in many areas in life, I have experienced both of the extremes. With money, I've had a lot of chaos when I'm making a lot of money one day, 10K, then the next day you do nothing, or you lose 20K, then the next day you do like 5K, and these ups and downs. I've also been on the extreme of just doing absolutely nothing and being at zero. It is once you understand these extremes that you can start to value how amazing it is, this area in the middle, where you're just like coasting. You're doing some money, but it's not like these crazy extremes. Same thing with dating and relationships, Once you experience the craziness of hookups, and you've also experienced the other extreme of having absolutely nothing, you can experience the area in the middle, which both, whether you're in a relationship or not, but the tranquility of not having like this emotional disturbance by the extremes of having too much or too little. And you can just be at peace either by yourself or with someone in a long-term committed relationship that maybe it is not super exciting, the relationship, but it's comfortable. And same thing with health. Once you have experienced a lot of pain, it is when you can realize that, just being here and existing and actually realizing like, oh, okay, it's actually nice. The fact that I'm not suffering right now, you can start to appreciate that. I've personally been through so much stuff physically and also emotionally, whether in relationships or my business, that nowadays when I wake up and I don't have any physical discomfort or any emotional discomfort or pain, and I think about this concept that I'm talking about to you in this video, and I'm in ataraxia and aponia, I'm very happy. I think to myself, like, how nice is it, just be in this peaceful state, both physically and mentally. And this is the value of this lesson. It is the realization of this concept that will actually help you. Because very often, impulsively, by the way we're built and pre-programmed, we seek and we chase these things. We chase the sex and the orgasms and the achievement and social recognition and the money, which it is good. It is amazing, okay? Don't get me wrong. It is amazing. And to some extent, you should be chasing it. But you should be chasing it from this standpoint. Because here's the thing. Something that a lot of people get wrong with the Epicureans is that they only lived for today. They had no long-term vision, okay? But that is false, okay? They had a long-term vision. They wanted to sustain this for as long as possible. And that is quite interesting. Once you start to understand the Epicureans, you see how actually the Stoics and the Epicureans have a lot of things in common, but at the same time they don't, right? And that's what's fascinating. In a way, it's like the yin and the yang of philosophy when it comes to how to build and live your day-to-day life. But as the yin and the yang, there's a lot of good stuff and bad stuff in both of them, okay? The Stoics are regarded as super good nowadays, but there's a lot of bad stuff, I would say, in Stoic philosophy. And the Epicureans, which might be regarded as the ones who have the bad philosophy, there's a lot of good stuff in them. So at the risk of sounding like a broken record, as I always do on this channel because I always end up saying the same thing, the truth is always in the middle, not on the extremes. Avoid extreme ideologies, always in the middle. So anyways, that's it for this video. I hope it was helpful. Let me know what you think in the comments. Leave me a like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Check this video right here. I'm sure you're gonna like it as well. And send me a message on Instagram. Some of you guys have been reaching out. I really like it. I want to get to know the people who watch my videos, so do that. But for now, that's it. So hopefully I will see you on the next video. Take care. Peace.